I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
JB, what's the name of the podcast?
It's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. Welcome back to a pod named Kickback, and it is indeed like a Tribe Called Quest because you must say the whole thing. I am no breaks new, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Each and every week, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people.
What's
Jack?
up, y'all? Good Fit with Jack, getting you snatched, getting you ready. We have 5 weeks in October. You need to be getting your pre-game body ready for these holidays, November and December. So the month of October, get your pre-game body ready. So hit me up on Instagram, DM me. I got you.
She got you. Randy T.
There it is. It's your man, the Randy T. Mr. Man Up Monday all day. That's where you find me. Let's get it. Hey,
Let's
Jack,
get
gotta
it,
get
man.
with you. Thanksgiving coming. Thanks for the reminder.
Yes.
I need to drop a few because Thanksgiving. I don't be thinking about nothing. I ain't thinking about getting fit. I'm about to drink some macaroni and cheese and potato salad. We'll worry about it. Yeah, everything. We'll worry about it next week. I'll be like, I'll call Jackie next week. Bring it in.
There's 5 weeks in October. Take advantage. 5 weeks in October. Go hard.
What up, Jay? Geronimo tuning in. Man. All right, well, man, let's get into our high-low, man. See how y'all been. We definitely got to check with Randy. We ain't heard from Randy. Matter of fact, Randy, you doing high-low first because we ain't heard from you in a minute. I don't know where you been hiding.
Right. Now, high-low. Who wants to go first?
Randy T?
The high is like right here. The high is I am a part of the NFC East leading 3-1 Washington Commanders, who have just laid the smackdown on Kyler Murray, 42 points. Not only is our quarterback just set another record that he is leading the league in completion percentage through 4 games at 82.3%. It's been Tom Brady has been the last quarterback that has had this completion percentage. Joe Burrow down, Kyler Murray down, Dak is coming, and anybody else. NFC East leading Washington Commanders. Hell to the Commanders. Let's go. That's my high. All right.
I believe in conspicuous consumption.
Really?
You have it flaunted.
Really?
What can I say? Only thing I add is I'm impressed by that young man. Jaden Daniels is a beast, and y'all defense has stepped up. Holding Kyler Murray to 14, 15 points or something? I can't even argue with you, dog. You got it. You got it. You got it this week. We won our game too, though. And the Falcons won too.
Who y'all play again?
Beat up on the New York Midgets.
Oh, and y'all kind of struggled with the
They didn't score a touchdown. They couldn't score a touchdown.
Or did they lose?
Y'all barely beat them.
Let me have my high. Don't bring the cowgirls into my high.
Get to your low.
Let me go to my low. What up, Crump? What's up, Crump Sellers? Good to see you, man. Carissa, I ain't been hiding. It's just been, you already know. My low was like, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. This gonna be the low, and I'm gonna give a good advice to anybody. If you helping somebody else, if somebody asks you to help them move, like I'm gonna encourage you to ask all the details and all the intangibles and all the intricacies before you agree to do before you agree to help, right? Because I agreed to help someone move, and it was supposed to be like, it's just gonna be a one room. We'll be done in 2 hours. Just get here 7:15. We'll be done by 9, and it's all good. 6:15, I get home to like 3:45, just before the Georgia game, which I passed out on the Georgia game because I was so tired from the move and missed I watched it this morning twice, but it was one of the greatest college football games I've ever seen. Ever. What up, Tina? What up, big sis? But anyway, what up, Melissa? Thanks for tuning in. But that was the low, was that I was set up. I was thinking I was gonna move somebody for like 2 hours and end up being like 8 hours. I felt like I went to work for somebody, and I worked on construction for a roof, and I put a whole new roof on somebody's house. I changed like I changed oils for like 2 different cars, and I still feel like that today. And that was my low. And if you listen and you asked me to help you, you know what you did. I still love you though. We still boys, but you lied.
He lied. Don't even work with him. Randy was over there, Jack. Randy like this. See this shit. But Randy, you know what has happened to you, right?
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
But nah, man. Y'all see, I found my buttons again. Jack, Jackie, let's shout out to everybody.
Already know my high is Sunday Fun Day, always 8:30, Kenwood Park. We did our thing. We did a kettlebell circuit today. So it was great. It was intense. We just showed the proper form, and I'm glad the weather was okay. My low, of course, was the weather. The horrible flooding, it was just horrible. I don't know what the city of Atlanta is going to do about fixing these pipes. It shouldn't flood every time it rains. And it doesn't just flood like a little bit of flooding. It's flooding. So I don't know what they're going to do about this city and how they're going to fix the flooding issue, but we got to get it together.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people on Facebook saying that their houses are flooded. In my area, Sandy Springs was evacuated. I didn't even know. Vandy told me that people were being evacuated. It was getting fluid out, and not in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Or on the little boats and stuff. And I saw down on the south side, the cars was underwater. How many people you said had died already with Hurricane Lena, Randy? 64.
2 hours ago, 89 people confirmed.
Oh, now, wow.
Damn, it's in the 80s now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, peace and blood, sending healing energy to everybody that survived it. Rest in peace to everybody who did not. And healing energy to everybody who lost somebody, man, or that was affected. You don't have to lose somebody to have really been hurt up by this. We take it for granted sometimes because we don't really get hit with hurricanes or tornadoes or these natural disasters. But I can't show you if it's not too dark. No, it's too dark. You can't see. But it's my backyard is nothing but trees. And I was just praying to God like nothing. You can't see nothing. I was just praying that nothing tipped over, man, because it's tree central. Like y'all ever need some firewood, call me. I'll go out and get it. Ain't nothing but trees out there. But,
that's the extreme high though that Jack still got her Sunday Fun Day went down today in Atlanta after Helene aftermath.
Oh yeah.
She still got people to get together to get out there and still take their health serious notes. Shout out to you, Jack, for still getting that going down. People needed that.
How was the grounds? Was it damp and wet? Was it trees down? What was the area like?
I know down here I didn't have any power outages. The lights flickered on and off a couple times, but I do know some people that lived in College Park and Riverdale, parts of Riverdale. It was flooded. Trees were down. That was the most part about the storm was trees. A lot of trees were getting knocked down and there was a lot of flooding. and a lot of power outages. So a lot of people in College Park lost power, but some people in Riverdale didn't, had our power. So it was just spots of everywhere, all over the place. I understand that Upper Riverdale Road by the hospital was flooded, and then somebody said somebody jumped into the Flint River. It's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard a story that a young lady and her mother were in the house and decided to move their cars because the way the trees were coming down, they didn't want their cars to be damaged, and a tree landed on the mother, broke both her arms, her collarbone, like fucked her up. Like, just imagine a tree fucking falling on you. And I'm like, man, you gotta be careful. You think I'm gonna go move my car real quick so nothing happened? And then that's shit.
Why you have insurance.
Yeah, amen. Yeah. Stay in the house. Let's get something.
If you think that you might not be covered for that type of stuff, give me a new call. We'll tell you.
That's a fact. You take care of it. Yeah, at least let you know. My high low, let me see. My high. I had a really good week. I've had a good month. September was a really, really good sales month for me. I had a rough ass August. I think Costa Rica was my July. I think I came back and was still on the island some damn way in my mind because August was treacherous. But September was one of the best months I had in a real, real long time. And last week was one of the best weeks I had. I might have made my biggest sale last week on a Friday. Change the whole week. Monday through Thursday don't matter when you got a Friday like that. And so that's my high. Feeling good about the business. The entrepreneur roller coaster, man, it's like this, man. I swear to God. But it's starting to look a little bit more like, I can't say it like this. It's leveling out. And if I could stay right here, I'd be very happy. My low of the week. I don't have one. I don't have one. And I'll take it. That might be my double high. That's the fact I ain't got one. I done had a low of the week every damn week. I don't have a low, man. I feel good, man. Hell yeah. Man, so we did high low, glad everybody's feeling good. Grandy back. Shout out to all the kickbackers in the
your
comments.
low of the week should be that win that Dallas got over the Giants that really wasn't.
But it's a win.
How y'all won should be a low. I'm gonna give you a low there. That's your low.
They can score a touchdown. They just picking. I ain't know. They kept saying three after those Steph Curry shooting the ball. How any time they score is 3 points? I think 3 pointers. It's football and basketball.
There you go.
All right. Well, let's get into our. Oh man.
Man, he been finding all the buttons.
Just went viral.
Young, these the viral story of the week. Offset and Cardi B decided to put us all in the group chat. I want out personally. Please take me out of the group chat. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. It's crazy. Where do I even start? Cardi B went live. She was going over some lyrics, which is presumed to be from a new song, I guess. And it sounded like she was talking about Offset. We all know that they're divorcing or divorced. Offset jumps into the comments, I guess defending himself, talking shit about her. He says, you was having sex while you was pregnant, tell the truth. Insinuating that she fucked somebody while she was pregnant with his child, and knowingly did so. And then she said, you don't have to expose my tea. I'll reveal my tea when I want. You ain't got to come in here talking shit. And it just got ugly. He said that Takeoff told him he should never have dated her. There was a fake tweet where she said she fucked Takeoff, which they said that was a fake tweet. Y'all gotta stop. This AI gotta stop. Now it's funny when y'all making the memes and putting like Diddy in the 5 Heartbeats movie and all that, and changing the face. So that's kind of funny. But it's scary that you can just create a fake tweet, and that becomes what somebody actually did. There's real life consequences to these fake ass tweets. It's like, God, all they can do where's you saying them. They can take Randy words, put my face on it, put my voice on it, and make it me. Then they got me talking some crazy stuff like Randy did.
On Skynet, stay on topic. Stay on topic. Get me on Skynet.
Right. So Cardi and Offset, please take us out the group chat. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to hear y'all talking bad about each other. I was in a relationship with my ex. She did all this. Everything was for Twitter. Everything was for Twitter. Good day, Twitter. I'm over here about to give him some head on Twitter. Like, damn, I'm like, oh, you planned this. Well, thank you. But it was like that ridiculous. And every argument, straight, he think he this. And that shit is tiring. Jackie, you are our resident Cardi B Offset aficionado. So I'm going to throw it to you. What do you make of this crazy shit?
Keep y'all business behind closed doors.
They can't.
That's it.
It's not an option for them.
He should have never went on her live and commented. It's almost like we're watching a high school couple go back and forth, and then next time we know they're gonna be back together and have another baby. Like it's just I'm pretty much over it.
And then kids gonna see that shit. It ain't disappearing. It's gonna be there forever. You talked about daddy like that. You talked about mommy like that.
That's anything on the internet.
Mm-hmm. That's why I took all my news down. I leave these pictures up.
And it's just a lot because everybody's adding their 2 cents. Things of people making up fake stuff. It's just like, okay, we get it, y'all. If they divorce, they just need to stay off the internet. I know they're celebrities, but come on, y'all. Sometimes, y'all are gut punching, and it's just like, what's the point of doing all of that? Y'all ain't really see. The thing is, they both say they don't care and they don't care about the other one, but they really do. Because if not, then y'all wouldn't be going back and forth and doing this.
Exactly. Mandy, I'm gonna give you the last word on this, man.
But I'm gonna say this. Once again, shout out to the NFC East lead in Washington Commanders. But
what we talking about? Cardi B and Offset.
Cardi B and Offset. Right. My bad. I was distracted by us leading our division. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Act like you've been there before, man.
And I'm gonna say, no, I hadn't been there in a while, so I don't know how to act. I'm sorry.
I get it. That's gonna be when the Wizards trying to get this together.
I'm gonna bring it back. Now look, I'm gonna tell you, and I blame this on Will and Jada. Will and Jada, you made everybody on the internet forever doubt any celebrity couple, and I blame them for it. Because now anything that I ever see or I hear that a celebrity couple is going through, for one, celebrity couples, stop dating each other. Y'all have no chance. Like y'all lives are too complicated. Y'all in too many cities. It's too much temptation. Y'all have too many options to make a decision on one person. Like find somebody that's not a celebrity and you might make it. Celebrities, y'all being together, like it is already an 80% chance. Like look at history. History shows you that you guys just don't make it. So if you see another celebrity, like take the Rihanna, put them on the hit list, keep it moving. But on this whole thing, I don't ever know what to believe. And again, because of Will and Jada, I don't know if you're trying to sell albums or if this is really real, right?
But
like
you
dropping in the comments could be something y'all talked about before. Be like, hey, we're gonna get divorced. We need to make this money. I'm gonna drop this. I need you to make something in the comments. Let the people run with it. I don't believe nothing, and I blame it on Will and Jada. It could be real. I don't know.
They definitely, I was heartbroken about Will and Jada because I was defending them through every rumor. It's that you made that up. They never said that on Oprah. You're just lying. And then at the end of the day, I feel like the Diddy stuff. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
You know what's real, though?
Yeah.
We leading out
the Cowboys, that victory over the Giants. I know it is. And so we're going to move on from this fake-ass
what's up, Russ?
Because we don't know what's going on, what's real from what's fake. But this is something that's really real that I want to talk about in our kickback conversation. People say don't vote for her just because she's black. I think you should, but you don't have to. Do some research. See if you like her policy. See if what she says makes sense. See if she has anything planned for us. What does she have planned for the entire country? Well, then make your decision if you're undecided. But I want to go over a couple of points of her plan. It's a plan for America, but this is how it helps black people. So I don't want this to get twisted that Kamala Harris created a plan for black people, and I'm not saying that. She created a plan. She released her plan. This is how the plan impacts us directly. You tell me if you like it or not. Lower the cost of groceries. I think everybody would agree that's good, especially after the pandemic. Eggs still $25 and shit. Black families spend 1.5 times more on food than white families. Harris will introduce a federal ban on price gouging for groceries. Clear rules will prevent corporations from unfairly inflating prices. FTC and state attorney generals will have new powers to investigate and penalize violators. Real quick, anything on that? Nothing on that? Okay. Increase support.
I have a lot on everything, but I'll let you finish.
All right, we will real quick. When on speeches, increase support for Black-owned businesses, raise startup tax deduction from $5,000 to $50,000, boost capital access for Black-owned businesses, 1% of venture capital, support 33% of Black-owned businesses needing financing, double white firms, create a fund for loan interest on expanding businesses, direct 33% of federal contracts to Black and Latino-owned small businesses. Anything on that?
They are great initiatives that would help stimulate the economy if they are indeed enacted.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree 100% with you. Next, lower the cost of prescription drugs and relieve medical debt. Cancel medical debt for millions, benefiting 1 in 4 Black households. Cap insulin at $35 and prescription drug costs at $2,000 for everyone. And I sell life insurance to a lot of diabetics, and when people get older, trying to get their insulin, it's crazy. It's crazy. Lower insulin costs to help Black Americans who are 66% more likely to have diabetes. I know the insulin pump that you put on attached to your body that pumps insulin into you was ridiculously expensive. I know JB had one. He broke his and never got another one. That shit costs money. So that's a good look. Address insulin rationing among 20% of non-elderly Black Americans due to high costs. Like I said, with life insurance, I speak to people every single day. I think this is across the board, all medications. Anything on this?
This with this one is, for one, this is taking on Big Pharma, and Big Pharma pretty much runs a good portion of our country. So anytime that you are proposing initiatives that are changing the structure of how Big Pharma has run this country, and especially in a political season, I am always weary of hearing these initiatives because they're very hard to push through because there's so many layers to get these things changed, not just through Congress and the Senate, but you got the FDA, it's so many other moving parts that move with that. So to get traction on these type of initiatives, for them to happen, again, for me, when I hear them, we definitely need it, and it's a change for everything that's saying needs to happen. But again, in a political season, I am always worried because and not saying that it's a carrot on a stick, but it always feels like it's a carrot on a stick when it's election season and you making promises. That's all.
Yeah, that's the only time you can make a promise because that's when you're trying to get elected. You ain't making a promise when you're president.
And I'm saying it. And if you going so when you do propose those, I need proposals with timelines that's gonna make sense, that is in fact feasible, that this can happen, right? And especially when we got a divided state and a divided Senate, like it is like already, until one of those races gets solidified, it's hard for anybody on any side to say what they gonna do, because unless it's an executive order, most of the time ain't nobody agreeing on, nobody got a majority. So how you doing it?
And that is, I don't like Trump. I think everybody knows that. I have nothing good to say about him.
Everybody who watched this show knows that.
Yeah, everybody watched the show knows. But Trump would do executive orders. Oh, you're not going to vote? Oh, you filibustering? Executive order. And that's what I wish the Democrats had more balls, man. Like, they just so pussy. Like, they just don't. Like, even with Obamacare, like, they just was so pussy about everything. I do have a little more faith in Kamala, and Walls will be a little to put their balls to the wall. No pun intended. A little bit.
I have more hope.
Yeah, okay, good. And this is something that you guys will benefit from directly. Propose a new $6,000 child tax credit for this is family with newborns. This is actually me and that singer's name that I won't reveal. Episode on the podcast again. That would help us. Restore the expanded child tax credit from the American Rescue Plan.
Mm-hmm.
Provide up to $3,600 per child tax credit for middle class families. Now that one, I ain't got no kids, but I know we got to give a clap for that one. Extra $3,600.
Right.
Hey, and what I'm gonna say about this one, until I think we need a reclassification of what society considers to be middle class now, because according to economics, and I've spoken with a few economic advisors, they say the middle class don't exist. They say it's just the poor and the rich.
Well,
I'm not saying that they right, and I'm not saying they wrong. I'm just saying I would like a reclassification of today of what is the definition when you say that I'm going to help the middle class. No, I'm saying not. That's what you're saying. I'm saying
I read it. There is a classification. Now you may want
in this proposal. In the proposal.
No, I don't know what it is in her proposal. The middle class of America is, I think it was, unfortunately, it was like 38,000 to like 60-something thousand was considered middle class. That is what America says.
60,000.
It was right in that area, and this was. When I was looking this up, this was maybe because at the time I was upper middle class. I was like, "Oh, I'm rich, nigga, I'm rich." So we know what it is. When people say
they say it is, I said,
that's all we got. That's all we got. That's all we got. That's all we got.
I'm saying we need a reclassification. I think
I'm not mad at that.
I don't agree with those numbers.
That's fine. You don't have to.
I think we need to reclassify those numbers, or if someone says that I'm doing something for the middle class, I need you to define the numbers, the demographics that you are specifically speaking for. Like, don't generalize me with the middle class. Like, tell me specifically the demographics that you're speaking to, because there's too many definitions of what the middle class might be.
I can look up the new census, because I was doing this. I got a raise at work, and I wanted to see if I was rich. What is middle class? I'm telling you the truth. Now in 2024, hold up, Randy. In 2024, the middle class is between 52,000 and 155,000, with the median household income across 345 cities at 77,000, making middle class limits fall between 51,000 and 154,000. That is what the middle class is as of April 25th, 2024. So now we know what the middle class is. Now, the people that say there's no middle class, only rich and poor, to me, that's something cute to say at a seminar. Oh, that was cute. You see a cute little line. Ooh, no, let me finish talking. To me, that's a cute little line, but it's not accurate. But there is a middle class. It does exist. It has been defined. Anybody that says it doesn't, they just talking shit. Like the dude said, if you make $100,000, you consider poor. If we say under 124,000, that's just shit you say to get niggas to buy your book. That's not real. Ain't nobody making $124,000.
If your job is an economist, if your job is to
that's something you should buy a book. You don't have to be an economist. You can be an economist or a janitor. We all know.
If you make up lies, you're not gonna have
your
job. We all know
124,000 ain't poor. We all know 124,000 ain't poor. We know.
I'm just saying.
So let's not be silly. But having said that, we have a definition of the middle class. You don't like this one, the 150 to 150. You don't like it? What would you think it should be?
I don't believe it. I think if you don't make over $300,000, you poor. Period. That's just what I believe.
Over $300,000. See, to me, there is no middle
class.
To me, that's cute shit to say if you're trying to brag on your salary. Like you make $300,000, are you rich?
I don't make $300,000.
You consider yourself poor?
So I'm not bragging on my salary.
You consider yourself poor?
On my salary? Yeah, I'm not rich. You're either rich or you poor.
So that's a book you read. That don't even make sense. That's like if you're not first, you're last. No, you can be second, third, or fourth. That's just goofy shit. We can move on. That's goofy.
We believe what we believe, right?
So if I make $299,999, I'm still poor because it's not 300.
If it's what you believe, no. It's no right or wrong in this. It's what you believe, bro.
Okay. All right. And moving on. So I guess in finishing up with Kamala's plan. Oh, this is a good one. I do want to touch on this a little bit. It's lower the cost of renting and owning a home to close the wealth gap.
They got to do that.
Got to build 3 million new housing units in 4 years to tackle the housing shortage. That's a time frame for you. Introduce a new tax incentive for building starter homes, expand tax incentives for businesses building affordable rental housing, provide $25,000 down payment support for first-time home buyers. Sounds good to me.
Gotta love that.
And saying she gave it a time now, it'll be done within 4 years. So I think that's a hell of a plan. Yep. We'll see if she sticks to it. If she's elected, we'll see what she switches up on. We'll see what kickback she gets, and if she fights it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna lay down? If they don't approve something, is she gonna lay down and then don't vote her away? Or is she gonna stand up and kind of put her balls to the wall? We shall see.
Now I'm gonna tell you why this one is probably one of the most important ones to me in all of her plans. That I'm so glad that she's talking about it. And anybody who, like, if you're really thinking about buying a home or being a homeowner, or you've just purchased a home in the last year or so, this plan means a lot to you. Because there's a company out there called BlackRock, and they own about 40% of every single family homes. And what happens when you have an economy that kind of goes down and the Feds just drop the rates, people buy homes, they get locked in on them. And then when those homes get locked in, guess what? You start building equity when the economy comes back. So now your home is making a whole lot of money. So good. I bought my home at 300. Guess what? The economy now is getting stimulated. I was locked in, but now every year it's increasing. It's worth 500 now. But guess what? You have to pay taxes on that. And a lot of these companies like BlackRock are banking on people that thinking that your mortgage is going to go up every year, that your neighborhood increase. You're paying, you got locked in on $2,100, but now you escrow. Now it's 3 years later in your $2,100 escrow. Now your neighborhood, they just put a Kroger outside. They just put a Wise outside, a Walmart across the street. Now your mortgage is $3,000. BlackRock is banking on you not being able to make that mortgage because the bank will buy it back from you and foreclose on you at the $300 that you bought it for and resell it for the equity in that house that you cannot even get. That's worth $500. They've made a living off of doing this. And if she doesn't get this bill through, they own 40% of the market now. They will be foreclosing on people's homes like never before, and they will have the ability to do it. And this is one of the bills that will stop them from doing it. And I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not going one way or the other, but I'm telling you, look in the plans. This is something that Americans will suffer from if it's not something that's put in place to prevent it from happening, and nobody's talking about it. That's why I say this is a very important bill right here. This one, right? Do your research. Don't trust me. Look them up.
Goddamn, ISO on Randy.
Right.
Yeah. Broke that shit down. I like that. Goddamn, I can't even follow that up. We should listen to some music, goddamn. I don't know what to do right now. If you have any other questions, don't call me, call Randy. It's the mayor. Oh man.
What do we
Now
have?
we got to talk about Jackie's sorority sister, Jaguar Wright.
You all on this, Jackie. This all you.
Yeah, this is. I'm gonna let Jackie. We go ISO on Jackie on this one.
It's all
But
Jack.
I do want to make one comment. That I find it hard to believe anything she says because she says so much. But having said that, they've been living under a rock. Can you give us the history of Jaguar Wright and why we should be listening?
Well, I'm
So
not
on
saying,
Jackie.
first of all, I'm not saying I'm not advocating for her, but it has been a lot of things that she said for years about Diddy and Jay-Z that has come to life now. Jaguar Wright basically was Jay-Z's artist. She sang on Song Cry. She's performed on live, I think TRL or something live on MTV, which you can still check out. Great artist, beautiful voice. And she's been in the industry around a lot of stuff, a lot of people, a lot of secrets, a lot of demons, a lot of things going on. And she has been speaking about it for a very long time. They've deemed her crazy. She's been on the run a couple times. Last thing I've heard, she has an Italian bodyguard, which she has been able to be a little bit out more than she has been. So she's feeling safe. But she has a lot to say about what's going on with Diddy and Jay-Z. And she's really
a lot to say about everything.
next. And that's Snoo's favorite part.
She was talking about me and Randy last week.
That's Snoo's favorite rapper. That's his favorite rapper's favorite rapper. So he's really not wanting to hear anything about Jay-Z. But we all who grew up in the hip hop industry and our hip hop heads have always heard things about them too. So back to you, New.
Yeah, she does. She does these interviews with different I guess you call them podcasts. I don't know what you would really call them. But she just podcasts. Well, she just dishes the dirt on everybody. She tells everybody's personal business, and I'm always wondering, how do you know? Who told you? She says that I'll give you one that threw me through a loop. It could be true, but this is how my mind works. She said that Rihanna gave Chris Brown herpes. Chris Brown went to Clive Davis's house the day that he found out that he got it. Kicked Clive Davis door in because Rihanna was in the house and tried to beat her up then. Then they wound up going to the Grammys, whatever that award show was. He's cussing her out about giving him herpes, and then he starts beating her up in the car. And that's what happened. And I'm like, I wasn't there. I don't know. But how the fuck you know? Who told you that Rihanna was at Clive Davis' house and then Chris Brown went over there?
I heard
how you know?
Actually. I've heard that story and actually when it happened.
I mean, I don't know if she said it, but the other twist was that Jay-Z gave it to her.
I've heard that too.
Beyonce gave it to Jay-Z. Jay-Z gave it to her. She gave it to Chris Brown. And this is all alleged. I don't believe it. I'm not an advocate of Jaguar Wright or any of these Gene Deal, the Diddy bodyguard, even though Diddy bodyguard starting to look like he been telling the truth. The shit he's saying lately, I'm like, oh, he was right the whole time. I didn't even know. But it always tripped me out because I'm looking at what's all the gay rumors about Diddy. I think I mentioned it last week or week before where I used to rap. I rapped for 20 damn years, and I was working with a producer, and he was like, "What if you was at one of Diddy parties and Diddy came up to you and said, you know, it ain't no difference between a man sucking your dick and a woman sucking your dick? What would you do?" And I was like, Diddy wouldn't talk to me like that. I don't give all that kind of energy. Like, what would you say? I was like, we just be rhyming. I wouldn't say nothing. And he was like, you gonna fight and fuck up your whole career? I was like, yeah, you shouldn't try me. You should know everybody's supposed to have a gaydar. So you're supposed to know who you could try, right? If the gaydar thing is real, then you know who you can get, and you should know how this situation is gonna go.
Power, money, or your narcissist, you're gonna try anybody that you want to.
That is a damn fact. And I always wondered why he asked me that question. Why did he say Diddy? Why did he say a Diddy party? And why did he say those exact words? You know, there's no difference between a man sucking your dick and a woman sucking your dick. Where did he get that sentence from? I've always wondered. And now in the back of my mind, I'm like, he was a level above me. So he might have been at some of them parties. And somebody might have said that to him.
Yeah.
And he might have been like, I need this beat placement. I need a placement.
Yeah.
So long story short, long story less long. Jaguar Wright and some of these other people, I don't believe much of nothing they say. What's the little girl named Tasha K? She just did a thing. She just released something new. I think Jay-Z supposedly killed his mistress or some shit. And I think that people believe a lot of these stories because people aren't responding to them. But the code is when you respond to something, you give it life, you give it legs. If you just ignore it, let it go, it'll die down. If you respond to it, you'll either look guilty or you will have other people talking about it. So I don't think a good strategy is, well, nobody denied it. You should believe it.
Now, I will say this, is also we have to look at the different age ranges. Our age range, as far as looking at this, we heard the stories, we've seen that, we knew what was up. It's always our culture was things didn't need to be said. We knew it was up. We heard the stories. I believe that Diddy was gay when I read Superhead's book. So that's what really put me on. I was just like, whoa, oh, okay. So it was always been stuff that's been
she said about Diddy in the book.
You said what?
I know she said they had great sex. She said they had great sex, but she said there was some gay stuff.
Her and Exhibit was invited to a party by Diddy, and when they finally got to the club, you know how you're a celebrity, you get taken to your section. They didn't really look around. When they finally sat there and looked around, Exhibit was just like, ain't nothing but men in this club. So he had taken them to a gay club unknowingly. And also, it's just a lot of things. Her walking in on Usher in a male orgy. It's a lot of things that she said in her book. So
she said Jamie Foxx was fucking some dude. She said she walked in and Jamie Foxx was fucking some dude. Jamie Foxx, no, she said Tigger was fucking some dude, but she said it on Jamie Foxx's radio show. Jamie Foxx said, and this is so funny because I couldn't tell that they was acting, but Jamie Foxx was like, you a motherfucking lie, superhead. You a motherfucking lie. Tigger ain't fucking no other man. And then he called Tigger on the phone. And Tigger was like, you would do this to me? When I paid for your baby formula when you couldn't get no money. I paid your rent before, and now you get on the radio and do this to me? He didn't deny it. But he said, you gonna do this to me?
Because we all heard about the threesome between Jamie Foxx, Jay-Z, and Foxy Brown. Let's come on. We've all heard the stories.
I ain't heard that story.
I didn't hear that story. That's that BMF connection right there.
Exactly.
We ain't heard that story.
That's G4 classification like
right?
We've all heard the stories. We've all heard the stories about the gay rumors. We've all heard the stories. And for me, it's connect the dots. Like the herpes rumor. I believe it's true because we all know Usher had herpes. We all know he fucked with Diddy. We all know Diddy fucked with Jay-Z. We all know Jay-Z fucked with Rihanna. We all know Rihanna fucked with
We don't all know this, Jackie. No. We don't all know. I'm not letting you get that wrong. We don't all know that Diddy from Jay-Z. We don't all know that.
Stop swinging from his balls.
Whoa. The disrespect. This show's taking a turn for the worse.
And look at the
Wait. I'm gonna flag on the play. You cannot talk to a real nigga like that. Flag on the play.
Thank you, Big KC.
Allegedly.
What he say?
About, y'all know Jack is connected. Yeah, we know she and BMF. We do.
I mean, the truth
hold up, man.
I always tell. So we're gonna see everything that actually some of the things that Jaguar Wright was saying is coming to light, is happening. So we all
ain't never she said came to light. Ain't never she said came to light.
Everybody watch Power.
Yes.
You know why Mary J. Blige had to get killed off? She got to deal with her legal shit with Diddy. Come
on,
y'all.
The
show is over.
Wait a minute.
That's the rumor. The last episode is next week.
Murray is not dead yet. What do you
mean?
The
show is
Are you
over.
giving spoilers on the show?
Yeah. You see
how the BMF connects? She already gave us the ending, and it don't even come out the next week. They talking about Murray. Nope. Jack, you just messed up the whole season for everybody. You might be out. She might be out.
She was loud and wrong. The show is over. The last episode is next week. So she didn't have to get killed off or hurt off or nothing. It's over.
Okay.
It's over.
Sweetheart, I know you.
The whole show is over.
I know you love Jay.
No, this is about Mary J. Blige and you slandering Mary J. I'm going to stick up for whoever you slander, especially when you factually incorrect. She just said that lady had to end her stint on the show because of her legal issues with Diddy when the show was already over. She ain't working no more. That shit was recorded months ago. So that just tells you just how wrong Jackie B following behind Jaguar wrong. I'm not calling her Jaguar right no more. Her name is Jaguar wrong.
First
I'm gonna put that in the comments. That's the name of this episode. Jaguar wrong.
Right now is that we always are going by what's going on right now. Of course, she's going to be way off the show because she has to get stuff lined up, sweetheart. They already knew what was going on.
The whole show ended, Jackie. That's just her character. The whole show ended. What are you talking about? The entire show has ended.
So she already.
You're making no sense. The whole show ended. You keep saying she had to leave. Everybody left.
No.
You should have been when you was at Diddy party. You should have left early, and then you wouldn't be going through this now.
I said that she has to get her affairs in order. She knew
everybody had to get their affairs in order. The show was over.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. We know the show is over, but we knew that she didn't have to die off the show. She could have stayed on the show.
Die or stay. The show has ended. There are no more episodes, Jackie. If she didn't die on the last episode, stop. Let me talk. If she didn't die, hold on. Let me meet you. If she didn't die on the last episode, it wouldn't matter. The show is over. The show will no longer air. Nobody's coming back. It ended. They announced months ago, this is the last season. The very last episode is next week. She didn't leave. You're wrong.
She didn't have to die.
What does it matter if she died or maybe she didn't die? We don't know yet. What does it matter? Okay, humor me. Why does it matter that she died on the last episode as opposed to just the show ending regular with her still alive? What's the difference?
So it's not the last episode.
It's only one episode left.
Okay.
And they announced, we don't know that she died last week. Technically. Okay. So why does she have to die on the 9th of 10 episodes?
Why did she die at all?
What does that have to do with Jaguar Wright?
I didn't say anything.
What got to do with Diddy?
Episode. She was still alive the last episode I saw. We was talking about Jaguar. How we switched the power from Jaguar?
Because Jackie be trying to confuse us. She be doing that Donald Trump thing. She be doing that Donald Trump thing. She be confusing us.
I thought we were talking about Jaguar. I thought we were talking about Jaguar wrong.
I told you so. I told you real niggas right there.
Jaguar lady. Crazy See, she just mind tricked you into a whole nother thing.
A whole nother thing.
Talking about Jaguar no more.
It's so confused. We don't know what's going on. Lord have mercy. I feel like Joe Biden right now. Huh? It's the election. We voting? Have y'all seen the clips? Have y'all seen the clips where Joe Biden be shaking imaginary people's hands?
Oh my God!
3 clips where you just be like, whose hand is he shaking?
Okay. All right. Tina said episode 10 is the final one. Is episode 10 played already, Tina? That already been
episode 10 comes on next week. Episode 10 comes on Friday, which is why I said that Mary Blige didn't leave the show early. She left the show on time with everybody else. Did she
die on episode 9? I haven't seen episode 9.
She got shot up. So we don't. We all think
shot up in another show before.
Yeah, but this is a bad shot.
Don't tell me. I don't hear no more. You're talking about Jaguar.
So I guess the thing is we don't know yet. But if you ask me to guess, I would guess
next Friday. Thank you, Tina.
I would guess next week we're gonna find it. They're gonna be at a funeral or some shit.
We're gonna find out.
I would guess. I don't know.
Jackie, you might be out. You might be out the circle because you don't spilled something. You don't said some stuff you weren't supposed to say. We'll see.
Could have been caught up.
Jaguar Rome be on the podcast.
Y'all could have caught up on Friday. Y'all late.
Well, I watch it Thursday night. I watch it at midnight. That's how pressed I am. I watch it Thursday night at midnight every week. That's just me. That's just me. But let's get into. We should have gave Jaguar the Don't Be Dumb award, the Shut Up Stupid award, all that stuff. But we didn't give it to her, so we'll give it to this next gentleman.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Justin Johnson.
The jury has found you guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and convicted felon in possession of a firearm. As the 13th juror, I affirm this verdict. As to the first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison.
Life in prison. Justin Johnson got life in prison, over $800. He was allegedly contracted by Big Jook, rest in peace, Big Jook, who was Yo Gotti's older brother, to kill young Dolph. He committed the murder. Didn't know Young Dolph. Didn't have an issue with Young Dolph. Just wanted some money. He was contracted for $100,000. I guess he thinks $100,000 is a lot of money. Randy will tell you $100,000 is not a lot of money, but he threw his life away for that.
A lot for him at that time under his circumstances.
That's
and
relative.
All he got was $800. That was the payment he received.
Yeah.
So he threw his life away and took a life, affecting everyone that loves Young Dolph, all his friends, family, and fans. Everybody that loved him, his actual friends and family, for $800. He will spend the rest of his natural life in jail. He will not get any pussy ever again. And I know a lot of people go, "What pussy, dog?"
Yeah, I thought you was going somewhere else with that, but
I just when I think about life in jail, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm like, God damn, come on, but you gonna have to be on this Diddy shit. You can take that. Man, I hope you got some baby oil. That's all I got, man. Threw your life away and took a life for $800. It is such a tragedy that I'm making jokes about it. I can't even absorb it properly. You killed this man and threw your entire fucking life away. $800, man.
Wasn't he in his camp? Wasn't he around Dolph?
No, he was. Well, I don't know. I know you G4 classified information being meth. So if you know something I don't know, maybe. As far as I know, they were just regular niggas around the hood. And what was going to happen is they were supposed to get a record deal with Yo Gotti if they committed the murder. So they're supposed to get the money, get a little record deal, be part of the camp, but pretty much buying their way in through his big brother, Big Juke, who was killed shortly after Dolph was killed, which most of us suspected was in retaliation. He was actually murdered at a funeral. So if you want to look at it, it's a big loss on both sides. And Memphis has been tearing the city up ever since. Folks on both sides, it's been scary, man. It's like that YSL, YFN beef. It's just been shit going.
Mental wellness, mental illness is real, y'all, because for that man to think in his mind, I'm going to kill this man for $100,000 to go be signed by Yo Gotti, and nobody's going to know nothing. We just going to be good. I'm just going to be a international rapper who killed my way to get where I'm at. Like, come on, people. Come on, people. You got to know your self-worth. Your life is way more than a fucking record deal or some money.
This ain't back in the day. This ain't back in the 80s when Randy was running up and down the streets of South Beach shooting at people. They got cameras everywhere now. You can't be like Randy was back then. You got to be better. It's a camera on every block. They see everything you do. Every murder that we hear about, damn near. Someone gets
Steve, thank you, Big KC. Yeah, they had pictures of him around Doc, but they were not in his clique. Okay, I could have sworn I seen a picture with the dude around them. I'm like, hold on now.
It's not back in the day, man. They got cameras for everything. Everybody's getting caught. Cell phone towers. They can track your phone. They can tell where you were. You're like, I don't want to get the vaccine. They got a chip in it. Nigga, your phone got a chip in it. If you kill somebody on 12th Street at 4 o'clock, somebody on 12th Street dies at 4 o'clock, you have your cell phone on, they can put you at the scene of the crime at 4 o'clock.
Some of y'all got chips in y'all. Y'all don't even know.
Randy, I'm gonna give you the last word on this before we switch up.
All right. First of all, it is a tragedy on all ends when any young men lose their lives in the pursuit of money. No life is worth any amount of money or any deal or that could equate to what we would put the value on someone's life. Right. So let's be clear with that first. And the fact that it's entertaining to you, and y'all know this is my lane. It shows us as men, when we have no purpose, then we can be entertained and teased into doing things that are really unspeakable, that makes no sense. But because we live in a purposeless life, we can be entertained, and it can be teased into it, and it can sound appealing, right? Because of my situation, this is something that could potentially change it around and change my whole life around, right? But we just have to, as people, value each other more than that. Even the person who made the proposal, and down to the person who accepting it, right? That shouldn't be something that could be acceptable. That even if you present that to me, and I'm in a situation where $100,000 will change my life, but no, I'm not killing somebody for that. I will kill myself trying to grind and doing what I have to do to be able to achieve that. But me ending somebody else's life who could possibly do it themselves so I could have it, like, you're never achieving anything that way. And it's a tragedy, but the way that it ends, is not a at the end of that road, you're not finding a pot of gold.
Now, where do y'all think that this leaves as far as Gotti and his camp?
Well, the alleged culprit has been murdered. So Yo Gotti's brother is dead. So they can't really bring up charges unless they tie it into a conspiracy, because it was, which could happen. Now, on some honor among thieves shit, they didn't tie Yo Gotti to any of this. Justin Johnson nor his accomplice, or two accomplices, they didn't tie Yo Gotti to it. They left it on the brother. And I'm pretty sure they was paid off for that. Well, I don't know. I'm not G4 classified like Jackie or Shaq.
Well, no, they did say he did say that his lawyers were paid for by it. So his lawyers were paid. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Gotti, be careful. And Gotti, one of my favorite rappers. But this is kind of and I know him and Young Dolph had beef, and I know they've been getting at each other, and it has been a lot of stuff going on in the street, so I'm not gonna be naive. Young Dolph allegedly was shooting at each other for years, whether it was lyrically or with actual gunplay. So this is not like, how could you be so mean, Yo Gotti, and you, or DMG? Y'all were trying to kill each other for years. So I can't go, well, since you won, you the bad guy. But it's just unfortunate, man.
Indeed.
Sending positive energy to everybody involved, everybody affected.
Yes.
And Black Lives Matter, man. They matter. They matter. Shout out to everybody listening, watching live on Instagram. The Instagram feed will shut down in 2 minutes, but feel free to join us at YouTube. Go to YouTube and look up No Breaks New. As you see right on that screen, No Breaks in You. And you can follow the stream on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you watch it and you're like, what is this show? I like this shit. Randy got some good messages. Jackie beautiful and New is just amazing. If that's how you feel, then follow us on all platforms. Go to Apple Podcasts and subscribe to a pod named Kickback. Not Kickback, not a pod name. It's a pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. Having said that, let's get we'll get BK's last comment and then we'll switch it up. It's ironic they implicated Big Jook after he died. Before that, there was another big time gang member being accused as the person who paid for the hit.
That was true. That's true.
Even T.I. said that he had caught a gun charge and his cousin was killed shortly after he caught that charge. And his strategy to get off was to say that the gun was his cousin's. They was in the car together. 2 men were arrested, 2 men were released. There was one gun and 1 man died. And he said his cousin came to him in a vision and said, tell him it's my gun. What they gonna do? And everybody said, and remember Boosie was saying T.I. was a snitch. He snitched on his dead cousin. I was like, no. If me and Randy in the car and it's a gun there and it's his gun and I die, he can get out of jail by saying it was my gun. You better say it was my gun.
Right. Indeed. You better say it's mine.
Look, bro, take the charge.
That's what I'm saying. So
that's thug etiquette.
That's thug etiquette, yeah, man. Let me see. And after that, the only thing that really needs to be said, where's my drop it? Alarms can drop. I really like that drop too.
He find them all when he don't need
The
them.
truth is, you should say thank you, man. Thank you, man. And that's it. Just leave it there. Leave it there. Man, y'all know I'm old. I got my glasses on. I still can't see shit. I'm just trying to find like, where's it drop at? All right, let's go to our Nipsey Hussle Award.
Hey, look, he was showing off before we was on. Hey, I know where all the buttons at.
Look,
I thought I had it. But you know, the longer we do the show, the more sips I take. So the more the now the friends about Beyonce drop.
Look at him.
I've been drinking.
Oh man, what is this intellect? Oh,
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
we got Josh for days. Shout out to The Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies. But we are going to get into our Nipsey Hussle story of the week. We have a man and a woman that deserve some praise this week, and I want to make sure they get it. If nobody else gives it to them, we will on a Pod Named Kickback. Our Nipsey Hussle Grind and Shine Award winners.
If it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you're just on a marathon, you know.
So a marathon, and this goes to one of my idols, one of the people that I truly have admired. When I was a kid, like I've often looked, as many black men do in the city, don't have a father around. You look to entertainers or athletes or whoever to be your heroes and your role models. I grew up quick. So by the time I was like 10, 11, I was like, I'm going to be me. You know, I didn't have anybody I idolized or wanted to look up to. Well, I didn't idolize, but maybe that I sought out for information. I didn't worship nobody like these kids do. But I wanted to be LL Cool J. When I was like 6 or 7 years old, I wanted to be him. I'm going to grow up and be LL. That's how bad LL was when I was a little kid. And he's become the first and only rapper to have albums chart across 5 different decades. That is insane. With his latest album, which is good, by the way. I don't know if you guys have listened to it or not, but it is actually pretty damn good. And I'll pass it to you guys. Shout out to LL Junebug, LL Cool J, Ladies Love Cool James, Zane Star Smith, for accomplishing that feat. Yeah. That, you know, you don't get too old to do this. You don't get too old to do that. You can do it as long as you feel like doing it. And man, what my round of applause at? Now I can't find a round of applause, but I'm gonna find it. Because LL is definitely doing his get dog on thing.
Say what you gotta say while he looking for it, Jack.
Take it away, Jack.
I mean, I love it. I love it. He's the most loyal artist to a label that I have ever seen in years. I mean, he's been with Def Jam since the beginning, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's the first artist. The label was started based on them managing him. Like, we manage LL, but we need to go ahead and get this album out. Let's start a record label. So he's a founder.
Yeah. And for him to change through the times and still stay loyal to who he found, to the record label that he like, that is just, you don't find that a lot. You don't find that at all, honestly. So
real talk.
Kudos to everything. Sit down. You're very successful. We see your success, and it shows that no matter how old you get, if you're a legend, you're a legend, and your legacy is always going to shine through no matter what.
All right. Hey.
Amen. Randy T.
Hey, and then on top of that, he in like the 10th season of like NCIS.
Right.
Like one of those, like one of them shows. Like on top of that, like on the 10th season, like he's syndicated on TV. So now he's already like, that's another paycheck for life. That's how versatile he is. But I'm gonna take y'all back to this. Where he will always be the greatest. That he is the first rapper to me that I credit with making a rap love song. When I'm alone in the room, sometimes I stare at the ball
in the back of my mind.
I hear my conscious call. Girl, that is
the sweetest dove for the first time in my life.
Come on now. Come on.
Some lines with them girls.
Go. That's the GOAT. That's right, Jim. That's right, Jimmy Jam. We already know. Like, how many of us, like, we couldn't even imagine rapping a love song.
And it was he was cool with
When
it.
I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love. There I was, giggling about the games that I had played with many hearts, and I'm not saying no names. Then the thought
let me chill out, because I don't know how to play this whole song. I let it play the background.
He knew he performed what? Bad.
Yeah, before when I'm bad, yeah. I used to perform Unity Go-Go Band. I used to get up on stage and do my band. I had my Madness hat. You know, in DC, you had a rapper named DC Scorpio. In Bergen, BKC, he nicknamed me Uptown Aries. So since we had DC got a Scorpio, but now Uptown got an Aries. I used to have my it was like Rick Uptown Aries on my Madness hat, and I'd be up to looking like LL with the Kango.
Yeah.
That's the 80s, dog. That's the 80s.
He should be in the he should be in the mention of the Mount Rushmore, man. You gotta he gotta get an honorable mention. You know what I mean? If he ain't, he gotta be in the conversation.
Of course.
He in the conversation.
He created the term GOAT. Everybody's talking about who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? He made the term up.
Yep.
He created the term GOAT.
He gotta be in the conversation.
I ain't created and he can't even be in the conversation. Right. Yeah. That's crazy. Indeed. Shout out to LL. And I also wanted to shout out Dr. Asia Johnson. Another sister that's doing big things. She started the first HBCU high school, opening in New York City this fall 2025, led by Delaware State University alumnus Dr. Asia Johnson. Now, I love to speak because I don't know.
In a strong community with the values of a historically Black college and university at its centers. This is your moment. This is the chance to get ahead, to be a part of something unprecedented that sets you up for success in college and beyond. You'll be a part of a program that not only prepares you academically, but also empowers you to become a leader, a thinker, and an innovator. I'm Dr. Asia Johnson, and I believe in your genius. I believe that you have the right to a bright start and a bold future.
And definitely want to give it up to Dr. Asia Johnson, and it's powered by Delaware State University. So definitely want to give that up for her. And just beautiful to see. I love when we do our own thing and don't wait or depend on nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I just love that shit. And Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill. What does that even mean?
Well, we won't be talking about power this week because Jackie already ruined it for Randy.
Hey, can I say something about Dr. Asia before we move on?
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, go ahead.
That like what she is doing is it is a precedence of something that we should try to have at least in every state, I believe. And if you haven't heard of her, find her on Google. She needs your support. Find her on LinkedIn, like and follow, and throw your support behind her. And I know we are, as a country, working towards, and we want to be want to have equality on every level. Educationally, we are behind, and culturally. So until the bar gets even, or it just gets a little closer, these type of programs will be essential to closing the education gap. Which is the education gap also creates a wealth gap. So to if you want to attack those things, this is one of the initiatives that will help us as a people, as a country, to move forward to where we all can sit at the same table and eat the same meals.
Jerusalem. I've as we move back into Netflix and chill, I'm watching Ghost. We're not gonna talk about it till next week. Next week we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about everything.
Right. Jackie already spoiled it. She already told us to end it.
Oh yeah.
I, y'all, but y'all need to be up. Y'all need to stop being lazy and watch it on Friday.
I watch it Thursday night. I told you I don't even wait till Friday. I watch it at 12:01. Well, as soon as Thursday night football goes off, soon as Thursday night football go off, if I'm not watching my man Scott Van Pelt, I turn it straight to Stars app and take a gander at that right there. But so we won't talk about Ghosts, but I am watching The Heist on Peacock. It's Kevin Hart, Sam Jackson, Taraji P. Henson, and every damn body else. It's a it's a real package television show. I think it's 6 or 7 episodes out now, and it's phenomenal, man. It is a really good TV show. It's based on the fight with Muhammad Ali and I think Joe Louis, and it's based loosely on Frank Lucas's character from American Gangster. He's going to that fight where he had the mink, when Denzel had the mink on that night. And apparently that night when they left the fight, he went to a house party because this guy was trying to throw him a big party, Kevin Hart character. And at that party, there's a robbery. And everything that happens in that entire show is following that robbery and based on what happened at that robbery. It's a classic whodunit, but it's also just a funny ass series. Yeah.
It's called
Okay. I put it, I saw it on Peacock. I put it in my queue.
Yeah, you definitely put it in your queue. I'm definitely enjoying that show. I think I'm only 6 or 7. They release episodes every week. So I think this week's episode came out, so I've seen that episode. And I'm for my horror fans, From is back on MGM. From is with the dude that played Mertz. He was also the narrator on the show Oz, Harold Perrineau. And what happens is you wind up mysteriously, you're driving down the street, you see this tree that fell, then you see birds.
Handicap dude in Oz.
Yeah, exactly. And you wind up in this town. And people have driven there from the 40s, from the 80s, from the 90s, 2020s, and they all wind up in the town. But not that time staying still, but they all wind up there around the same time. And then every now and then a new person shows up. So those people who are from the 1940s that are hanging out with people from 2010. And you can imagine that kind of culture shock. But the twist is they have these demons, these monsters. The monsters are dressed like people. If you think about the old milk carriers on Leave It to Beaver, the guy that used to bring you the milk, those old service workers, that's how the monsters look until they turn into the monsters. And during the day, you're safe. But as soon as nightfall happens, they try to kill you, try to eat you, try to take your pot. And I've been watching the show for 3 years. Everybody I know has been watching it for 3 years, and none of us know what the hell is going on. We're all so are they something like Lost? Is it a dream? Is it we just don't know what's going on, but it is good, man. It is good.
I love stuff keep me lost, so that's good.
Me too.
Yeah, I gotta listen to the podcast.
Babies loud in the background. One of y'all real loud.
That's just people talking loud while I'm doing a podcast. That's all that is. It's not a TV.
Hey, but that's that. I've been seeing that for a minute. I have to add that to my queue. I gotta add it to my queue now. You made me interested. But I got one for you too, man. I was looking for that show, and Big KC gave us it's called The Fight Night, the show that New was talking about with Sam Jackson, Kevin Hart, and everybody. And I was looking for that to put it in my queue, and then I found something else when I was looking for it, and it's called Those About to Die, right? And look, for any of my people who like Roman history and those type of gladiator type things. So look, if Spartacus and Rome had a baby, it would be this would be the series. Those About to Die. And Jack, it's a black lady in there, Jack, a mom who trying to get her family back. She remind me of you, Jack, of her determination. Like, when I tell you this series is like straight up, if Spartacus and Rome had a baby, it would be this.
I thought you said she had powers like Jackie. You talking about her determination, though.
I mean, them too. And I'm only on episode 5, and the daughters do too.
I'm sold. I'm watching.
Watch that, definitely.
Add it to your queue. Thank me later. Those to die for. Add it in there. The joint is like that. And we got great actors. When you see it, you're gonna see it's good people all through the joint.
Okay.
Matter of fact, what's my man who played Hannibal Lecter? He's the Emperor. I can't even think his name. Anthony Hopkins.
Yep.
He's like the Caesar. He's the emperor in the joint. So you already know it's good. You already know he the emperor in that joint. You know, and he ain't cheap. He not getting in a series for no cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so my daughter turned me on to something, and if you guys have any teenage kids, any tweens, Madam Web, we watched that.
I saw it.
That was
me and my son saw it too.
I watch anything Marvel. All things Marvel.
Oh Lord,
it's like that. But you know what, man? I'm getting tired of girl power movies, though. I'm just saying, like, they coming back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? Like, it was still a good movie. Though. I'm just getting a little tired.
Men empowering ones. Then we need some men empowering.
I'm not against women power. You know what I'm saying? Look, raised by 8, got 5 sisters, so I'm all about it. I'm just saying, it's just getting a little like. I'm just saying.
Yeah, JB used to say that all the time. Like, you see this shit. Where my job at? You see this shit. You see this shit. I'd be like, man,
we don't have like 5 movies back to Marvel movies back to back with it. Heron. I get it. Like they, you know, I ain't against it. Just saying.
Girls around the world.
Girl power.
Let's get into some music. Let's let people know what to listen to real quick.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
And most of y'all too young to remember that commercial, but as you can see, all 3 of us remember that, Joe.
Hold on. Yay, that's right now. I love Glorilla. Shouts out to Glorilla. Yes.
All right, Big Glow. We got some newbies. Moneybagg Yo put out an album, and I feel like he snuck it out. I'm a Moneybagg Yo fan. I'm like, I didn't even know this album was coming.
Me neither.
He got the whole damn album.
Dang.
I'm like, what's the single? So it's called Speak Now or that. But it's a whole damn new album. And I'm like, what happened? Like, how'd you drop a whole album? I ain't heard a single. I mean, this joint is 24 songs. So I haven't listened to it yet, but
if y'all wanna get on songs too, download and listen to a Pod Named Kickback playlist.
Please.
Shout out to dude who keeps it updated, and I want to give a shout out to you to say that, you know, the one bright spot part of my low of moving was that I had a Pod Named Kickback playlist on, and and we had not only different age groups that was moving, but it was different ethnicities as well. And the playlist was a vibe for everybody that was there, right? And I was like, and I sent you a text while we was moving to be like, yeah, I was like, the joint is rocking. I was like, every song we just put it on, and it gave us a vibe and got us through. So I'm telling you, download the pod. He updates it weekly, and it just showed it showed me that you are connected to the culture and you understand, right? And because it was different vibes, and I ain't like everything on there, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say, because I know you a lyricist on some things, but it still was a vibe. And I got it though, you know what I mean? The vibe's still there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Definitely appreciate that. You guys make sure you download the playlist. Is on Apple Music. Do a search on Apple Music for a Pod Named Kickback. The playlist will come up. I try to keep it under 3 hours, around 2 hours, 2.5 hours. That way it can get you through a move. But it isn't so much music that you look at it and you get stick.
I got
play for
the playlist, and I came across. I was completely surprised, y'all. Trinidad James' latest song. Oh my God.
Who?
Love it. It is
okay.
It takes me back to, I'm like, okay, Trinidad, yeah, come back with this. Like, I could deal with this. Sometimes you go to the left, but this right here reminded me of when he first came out.
Okay. Is it called All at Once?
No, I think it's called Swing or Swag or something like that. Because he's got Trey in the video. I can hear Gunna. If he did a remix with Gunna, oh my God, that would go stupid. But I I came across the video and I was like, whoa, okay, hold on now.
Let me find out this some song from 5 years ago and you just found out about it today. His new song is called All at Once, but it dropped in February.
Okay.
And he got a song from his last video dropped 2021. Jackie done found some old ass music from 10 years ago. Like, put that on the playlist, baby. It's a song by Lil Mike
it's new to her.
Oh, we out of world.
Right, it's new to me. Don't do me. Don't do me.
If she did, it's new to her. It's just like somebody going to use car lot and gonna be like, got a 20. They bought a 2022. I got a new car. It's
right. It's new to them. It's new to them. Oh man.
I ain't saying I ain't saying you wrong, Jackie. I'm just saying. I don't know. You know what I do know? You know what I do know?
It's all
that
the Cowboys are good as shit.
That the Commanders are leading the NFC East. We are leading.
All right, so let's be fair. Let's be fair. Big shout out to the NFC East division leading Washington Commanders with a commanding 3-1 lead in the division. The Cowboys and Eagles are 2-2, and the Giants are 1-3. And the division looks like it's up for grabs. We're just going to see. And this is when the NFC East, because that's always when we were kids, that was the best division in football.
It was.
And sometimes it rises back to its glory days. Sometimes it does not. But right now, I think it's only 1 or 2 games that separates the top leader in the division from the Giants. This is going to be interesting to see.
I think we on our way back.
Jaden Daniels has been amazing. He's only had 1 turnover in his first 4 games. He scored on 16 of 17 possessions.
16 of 17 possessions.
And I mean, even the defense looked good. Kyler Murray been throwing block parties on everybody. It's been a parade in my city, yeah. Except when he got to the Commanders. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Cowboys.
We did it to Joe Burrow the week before that. We forgot
That's a fact.
about
That's
that.
a fact. That's a fact. And shout out to my Cowboys holding the Giants without a touchdown. Something the Commanders couldn't do. Giants scored a touchdown on the Commanders. They couldn't score a touchdown on us.
Daniel Jones looked like an MVP every time he plays.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like he suck on everybody else. Every time he in our building, like it's like he's Superman. I'm like, I don't know what it is. In fact, he's 5-2 against us. Like that.
But you know what's weird with him? None of they got Neighbors and other dude Wandale.
Neighbors a beast.
He has weapons and he looks better. Even the average quarterback looks good if you got some weapons with him. He got some serious weapons, so he looks okay. He looks average.
You know who JD used to throw the ball to? Malik Neighbors. That's on his side receiver.
Yeah. And again, let's see. Tonight's game, the Ravens and the Bills.
Atlanta won too. Shout out to Atlanta. They got a victory.
Falcons. They're beating up on the Saints.
Don't give no little itty bitty shout out.
That was the division. That was a division win too. They beat the Saints. That was a huge win. Beating the Saints.
That's their rival.
Yeah,
that's their absolute rival, man. Being here in Atlanta,
shout out to
there's so many New Orleans transplants here. So the New Orleans Falcons rivalry is like the Cowboy Commanders rivalry.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that till I knew.
Atlanta have buses that go to New Orleans every game when they play New Orleans. They take bus loads to New Orleans every game.
So I want you guys to check out. So Lil Wayne's baby mama and her husband. She's a Saints fan. He's a Falcons fan. So they asked the daughter. They put 2 hats: the Saints hat and the Falcons hat, and for the daughter to choose. And you can hear them both trying to, you could be with mommy if you want to be, or you could be with daddy. So the little girl was so cute. So she picked up the Saints hat. So Toya going crazy, like, yeah. She throws it on the ground. She picks up the Falcons hat and puts it on. And her dad goes crazy. So
Daddy's girl.
It's so cute.
I saw Toya had put on Instagram. I guess the father's name is Russ.
Yes.
She's like, Russ, leave me alone. It's just a stupid game. Because of course the Falcons beat them today. And I seen Monica jumping in the comments and everything. I like that, man. That's cute. That ain't gonna sound right if I see it. I have an excess of risk fan. I see that, and I get her shit all the time too. But let's see. Having said that, NBA training camp has started. Alex Sarr from the Washington Wizards, our number 2 draft pick. Number 2 draft pick in the draft last year. He's in DC with the team. Bub Carrington, who's from Baltimore, is with the team, of course. Keyshawn George, all our young guys. They say they had 2 camps, one in Cali with Cruz, and then they had a separate one with Jordan Poole, where the 2 leaders of the team did their own training sessions. They had one in August, one in September, and now we're all together here in going into October. And I do not think the Wizards are going to do anything this year. I think that they're going to improve, build chemistry, get better. I don't think we're making the playoffs or the play-in, but I'm not going to lie. We got some nice pieces. We got some nice young pieces, man. And it needs time to develop. We need more pieces, but you put a starting lineup of Malcolm Brogdon.
Are we gonna let them develop, or are we gonna trade them before like we normally do?
We got a whole new regime now. Will Dawkins running things.
Okay,
so exactly.
I'm just saying, traditionally, we trade. We don't develop our players. We see the potential, and then we trade them.
But and we just did that with Denny too. So, like you said, we'll see. But they're doing. They got a whole new regime.
Like Hatch. We should never let Hatch go. I still love Hatch. Hatch did good here.
Hatch?
Playing with LeBron. Hatch and Miller.
Oh, Rui. Oh, I was like Hatch.
I can name so we can name so many that we left. That McGee. I can name so many that left. Right. I can name so many we let go that we should never trade it. Like they just. I don't even. I just hope we keep them this time. That's all.
Yeah, and
that's why I don't get excited when we have pieces. I don't get excited because as soon as I like them, then we trade them. Then they gone.
And this is the sad part about it. We have traded, what you say is so true. We've traded so many players that were good in their prime to other teams. You can't even name the last jersey we retired. Can we retire John Wall jersey? Can we retire Bradley Beal? We can't really retire Weber. Can't really retire Juwan Howard. Like, we didn't retire. We should have retired Jordan jersey. He played with us. He played with us.
1 year. Yeah.
So now I'm looking forward.
West
right. I'm looking forward. With jersey we retired Steve Buckhantz and Phil Snead, our broadcasting duo. Not even basketball, but Phil Snead did play for us in the 70s. But we retired our live broadcast team jersey in the Raptors.
I think
in my lifetime.
We should retire arenas. I age at 0.
Arenas.
Put it in the rafters.
For sure.
In the rafters.
For sure. But now we got a lot of young talent, and hopefully one of them is worthy of it. We get to watch this team grow up. Our core, Bilal is 20, Bub is 19, Alex Sarr is 19, Keyshawn George is 20. Like, we got some kids that can really grow into some amazing players by the time they 25, 24.
If we keep them.
If we keep them. Jackie's Atlanta Hawks had the number 1 pick. We got the number 2 pick. They had the number 1 pick. They picked up Zachary Richache, another French player. Both of the players are French. He's here in Atlanta now, going through training camp with Trey Young, Ice Trey. Shout out to Ice Trey. And I guess we'll just see. The NBA is back. There's no better time of the year than we have the NBA, the NFL, and fall TV shows. That is what a time to be alive. And I'll leave it at that. See, Jackie, a perfect hour and 30 minutes. We're hour, 28 minutes and 34 seconds.
I see.
I
wanted to clarify. I knew I did send it to you, but it was released 2 days ago. Swain, Trinidad James with Trader Truth in there, so you can check that out.
Don't be playing, Jackie. Negro.
It came out.
Okay, so it's a video.
Better research on you, fam.
It came out October last year.
Uncle Jack.
That's what it said when I looked it up on Apple Music, but when I looked it up on YouTube, it was released 2 days ago.
So it's probably was on the album, and you know how you take time to do different videos. This is this song's video.
That shit hard.
Oh, hey,
I don't believe it.
Baltimore is beating up on Buffalo. Like, all right, man, let's end. I'm here finish watching this game.
Yeah, I'm trying to take us out. It's Trader Truth song.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Trinidad is on it, I guess.
Okay.
This is.
Yeah. You see what Big KC? Don't play, Jack.
Right. Don't play with me. Right. Thank you, Big KC.
Oh, so Trinidad must be on a remix. This is the original with just Straight the Truth.
Okay.
This is
This is rocking.
It's your heart.
Jack was great.
It's your heart. That's that old Houston, Texas.
Play go swing a slab, lean to the left. Pop my truck and show what I'm about. So Houston, Texas, gotta be built. I'm a bitch, so it's automatic when I be swinging my wide frame. 4 foes to 24s, I'm subject to glide.
We getting up out of here, y'all.
Yes.
Have a very productive week. Do everything you need to do to get everything you want to get so that you have it. And once you have it, don't give it back. Share it with your people. You hear me?
I was trying to dock us, we the best, but we gon' be
shut your whole ass up and make some trust.
Take us to them and I know cause these haters show it. I only ride alone so they can picture me rolling.